The day I found out that I had cancer was in late August of 2010. I actually don't remember the exact date. I just remember automatic fighting stance. What do I do? What's the plan? How do we go about this? I don't know if that's part of my type A personality or what it is, but I had surgery for fibroids. So I had surgery for fibroids, and I figured they were going to tell me, I don't know, something bizarre. One of the fibroids was rather large, in fact. It's kind of disgusting, but apparently the size of a baby's head. So I had to have a cesarean-style surgery. And I don't know what I thought they were going to tell me, but I didn't think they were going to say the big C. But when they did, I didn't cry. I don't know. I automatically just thought, what are we going to do about it? I'm so lucky to have so many people around me who love me and helped me through this last year of 3 surgeries, 18 chemotherapy treatments, and 25 radiation treatments. And I almost feel like I have to be this ambassador now because it isn't a death sentence, and it was hard, but it wasn't that hard. It wasn't what I see on Lifetime movies, and I'm really, really thankful for that. I, at first, didn't really tell. I told my mom, and my mom told my dad, and my dad told my brothers, and so there was this ripple. And I didn't want to tell many people at first because I wanted to know details. I wanted to know what's my stage or phase, or what's the correct language, and how do we go about this. I did tell my boss. I'm a teacher, and I'm pretty good friends with my principal, and I wanted him to know because I was worried that it was going to affect my students. And I had all seniors at the time, and I didn't want it to affect their senior year. I had these big plans for getting everybody into college and getting big money scholarships. And then eventually I decided to use Facebook because I am blessed with so many friends, and the phone calls and the communication just got to be so much. So I started keeping track of how I was feeling, what I was doing, and explanations possibly of more detail than people want to know on Facebook. About 6 weeks ago, I had a clean scan, and in my office, I don't know if this is a normal thing. Apparently, they don't use the word remission in any of my treatment. They don't say that. They just say you had a clean scan, so come back in 3 months and get another scan. So as far as I know, the fairies were watching out for me, and I feel great. If I was talking to someone who was just diagnosed with cancer, I would say that it isn't a death sentence, and technology and medicine today is fabulous. And I know that I seem to be somewhat of a Pollyanna, and if that's what it takes for me to feel as good as I do, then I'll keep being Pollyanna, and just love that. That's what I'm doing. That's my decision. Some might say, well, you had uterine cancer and you don't have to have a uterus, so maybe your cancer was easier than some, and maybe that's true, but others say, oh, you can't have babies, and you didn't have any babies, and that's okay with me. I'll adopt babies from Ghana or Detroit. I don't care because I'm here. I am just learning about Gilda's Club, actually. A friend of mine who's a teacher, when I did let people know that I had cancer, I found out there were multiple, I think 8 or 10 teachers in my building who were also cancer survivors, all about 20 years older than I am, because I'm sort of an anomaly, certainly, for uterine cancer. I think I'm supposed to be 70. But I found out that all of these people in my building were survivors, and one of the women who was a breast cancer survivor told me about Gilda's, and she was just this wealth of information and resources, and she said, I think you should be a model. And I laughed at her, and she said, no, I really think you should. And then one day I got an email, And so now I'm going to be a model and hopefully get more information about Gilda's and maybe figure out how to raise lots of money.